Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do this fall makeup look for you guys using all drugstore products. Now there are a few things, like I think maybe two or three things maybe, that are not technically from the drugstore, but they are drugstore price. They're super affordable. And for the things that you can't physically get at the drugstore, I will have links to them in the description. I also gave you 3 lip options for this look. So if this really dark lip is a little bit too bold for you and out of your comfort zone, I do have 2 other lip options that are definitely more wearable. So yeah, if you're interested in getting this fall makeup look, then just keep watching. So I'm actually gonna start with the eyes first, which I normally don't do, but I kind of have a feeling that this look might get a little bit messy and we might have some fallout. So I'm going to start off with one of the ColourPop Super Shock shadows. This is in the color Sunnies, and these are about $5 each, I think, on ColourPop's website. And I'm just going to be using this as a base for my lid, so you can just use your finger if you want to and just pack it right on there. These are so intense and pigmented, and they're really unique because they kind of almost feel, they feel a little bit like wet sand almost. That's like the best way I can describe it. So it almost is like a cream consistency, but then it just kind of blends like a powder. It's very interesting, but it's cool because you don't have to get it wet to intensify it. It's just super intense all on its own. Alright, so this looks messy as hell, but that's the beauty of it. You don't have to worry about it being super neat and perfect. So I'm just going to take a makeup remover wipe and just clean around the edges because I don't want it to go all the way up to my eyebrow. So I'm going to just clean it up so that it kind of stops right at my eye socket. And don't throw that wipe out because we're probably going to come back to it later. Now I'm going to take this NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer in the shade Sunny. I am going to be using this later on to bronze up my entire face, but I'm going to use it right now in the crease to help transition this eyeshadow. Just going to help kind of smooth out those edges so there aren't any harsh lines. Now I'm going to use this Maybelline eyeshadow quad. This is called Sunlit Bronze. Now I've had this for years and I looked it up. They do still make this exact same quad with these same shades, but the packaging just looks a little different. So I think it has like black packaging now. And I'm going to be using this color right up here. It's like a really beautiful copper color. And I am going to put that in the outer corner of the eye. So I'm really focusing in that outer corner, and then I'm going to blend it up into the crease a little bit. I think I actually want to deepen the eyes just a little bit more, make them a little bit more smoky. So I'm going to take this single eyeshadow by Maybelline. This is in the shade Made for Mocha, and I'm going to put this in the outer corner just a little bit, just to add a little more dimension. Alright, so now I'm just going to wipe up any fallout. And this is a good time too, like if you got a little messy with the outer corner, you can just swipe up like that and just clean it up. Alright, so now moving on to the complexion. I'm going to take this Rimmel Fix and Perfect primer. I actually really like this primer, and I think that it does a really good job of really keeping your makeup in place. So now for my foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is for normal to oily skin, and I have this in the shade 228 Soft Tan. I really have been loving this foundation lately. I've had it now for about 2 weeks, and I've been using it non-stop. And then I'm just going to blend this out with my beauty blender, but you could use any brush that you want, or your fingers, or whatever beauty sponge you have. Now moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Light. and I'm going to conceal my under eyes and highlight my face. Now I'm going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is just the translucent shade, and I'm going to set the areas that I just put that concealer. And then actually while I'm at it, I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and I'm just gonna set my entire face too, because I always forget. With this foundation, I feel like you kind of have to set it, because if you don't apply a powder on top, it kind of, I don't know, like it just doesn't ever really set, at least from my experience. And so anytime you touch your face or anything, you just get so much foundation coming right off of your face. And that's kind of annoying. But as long as you set it with powder, then it's totally fine. Alright, so now I'm going to fill in my brows, and I'm going to be using this Rimmel eyebrow pencil in the color Black Brown. Alright, and then I'm just going to brush through the front with the little brush that comes on the cap. And then I'm going to set my brows in place with this e.l.f. clear brow gel, if I can get it open. I used to use this stuff all the time. It's really good, and it's $1, which is the best part. But even despite the price, it works really well. I really like it. It doesn't make your brows crispy, but yet it keeps them in place. Alright, now we are going to finish up the eyes. So I'm going to go back to that Maybelline single eyeshadow, and I'm going to smudge this on the lower lash line. Alright, and then I'm going to go back to the Maybelline Quad, and I'm going to take the lightest shade in this little palette, and I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner of my eye. Now I'm going to use my Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Eyeliner. I just realized I'm using kind of a lot of Maybelline products. And this does come with a brush, which works really well, but I'm actually going to use this one, which is angled. I find that this is even easier to apply this with. And I started closer to the middle of my eye so that it would be thicker on the outer part and then just get super, super thin towards the inner part of my eye. I just really like the shape that that gives my eyes, and I feel like it just makes them look a little bit bigger. These are the Demi Wispy Cara lashes. I'll put a link down below where you can get them if you want, but you could always just get the Ardell Demi Wispies or whatever you want from the drugstore. Or if false lashes aren't your thing, then feel free to skip them and just go right on to mascara. But I like to add lashes. I feel like it just helps complete the look. And I am applying these with the Duo Dark Lash Glue. Alright, and now to finish off the eyes completely, I'm going to use my Rimmel Extra Super Lash Mascara. And I'm just going to gently blend my real lashes in with the false lashes and apply a little bit to the bottom lashes as well. Now to finish off the face, I'm going to bronze up using that same NYC bronzer that we used on the eyes earlier. And I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and just apply that onto my cheeks, on my forehead a little bit, and like down onto my jaw and neck. Now I'm going to take the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzer little duo, and I'm going to take the contour shade and just contour my cheeks a little bit. This is one of the few good contour shades from the drugstore. It actually doesn't have any type of shimmer or sheen to it. It's completely matte, and as you can see, it's not too warm or orangey. And then just whatever's left on the brush, I'm going to use to lightly contour my nose. And then I'm going to apply the blush from that same duo. Now for my highlight, I'm going to be using this Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips, and this shade is Miami Strip. And this is really nice because it has a gradient of colors. So if you are really fair skinned, you could just stick to the ones towards the top. If you're a darker skin tone, you can use the ones on the bottom. Since I'm a medium skin tone, I'm just gonna mix them all together. And this definitely is a bit of a more subtle highlight. I typically prefer something a little more intense, but this is still really pretty. And then I'm just gonna take some of the lighter shades on my fingertip, put that on the tip of my nose, and on my Cupid's bow. I actually have 3 lip options I want to give you guys. I feel like this is a pretty versatile look, so you could go with a lot of different things. So for the first one, I'm going to be using this Rimmel Lasting Finish Lip Liner in the shade Tiramisu, and I'm going to line and fill my lips in. I actually really like this color just the way it is on its own, so you could just leave it like this if you want. I'm gonna top it off with this Rimmel lipstick in the shade 113. This is one of the Kate lipsticks in the red packaging. So that's lip option number 1. For lip option number 2, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Wine Room. So that is lip option number 2. And then the last one, I'm going to be using another ColourPop product. This is their Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Limbo. And then here is lip option number 3. So that's it for this tutorial. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this look, and hopefully those 3 lip options kind of offered something for everyone. I wanted to give you something super safe, super bold, and then something right in between. So if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye. If you want to see how to get this fall inspired makeup look, then just keep watching. Alright, so I'm already moisturized, so I'm going to use primer. I actually have this little sample here from Sephora. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1